Fucking dog. Yo, what's up? No emotion. The GOAT, bro. How you doing, bro? What up, Q? Oh man, fucking love Spider, dude. This shit is it's taking everything in my being right now to not go and play that shit, bro. I'm like 42% in. I just unlocked the challenge tokens, and I just wanna go and get a whole bunch of new challenge tokens so I get some new suits, man. The shit's dude, it's mad addictive. Like, it's even more addictive than like Shadows of War. Yeah, but bro, if you only do I know you know how we do, bro. You know how we do, but with this game, if you don't progress in the story, you can't get all the side missions. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go 50% through the story just to unlock all the side missions. And I don't know, like some of them fucking side missions, like chasing after them birds. I ain't with chasing after them birds, bro. I ain't with uh I ain't with chasing after them birds, boy. This shit's crazy, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get on after I run this stream. Yeah, bro, you gotta you got you gotta run some of that story, bro. Cause it's crazy. I noticed ever since the Shadows of War shit, you know, they kind of changed it, like doing the story missions is the fastest way to level up now. You know, like, they don't these games won't let you just level up to god mode and then go run through the story. Like, they kind of got they kind of got switched on that. But yeah, y'all gotta go check out No Emotion Gold Mask's channel, bro. I actually I actually have a lot of music produced with No Emotion. If you guys want to check that shit out, if you dig deep enough through his channel, you'll even see my face in some music videos. No Emotion is my A1 day one player partner. Oh, West Boy, you and your girl is fighting over the game. She's a gamer too. What up, Z? How much longer will the trap sound last? It's not a sound, it's a genre. It's not going anywhere. The trap is a culture, you know. The thing about trap is it is mischaracterized as hip hop. Trap is not hip hop. Trap is a culture unto itself. So asking, like, when the trap sound is gonna phase, that's like asking when rock is gonna fade or when hip hop is gonna fade. You know what I mean? It's not going to fade. People confuse trap with hip hop because there's rapping on it. You know, because rap is a relatively new art form. You know what I'm saying? So because it's a relatively new art form, people think that rapping is exclusive to hip hop, and that's not true. You know, rapping isn't even the basis of hip hop. You know, you can perform hip hop, you can live in hip hop culture and never rap a word in your life. You know. What up, Stone City? So now that the gang is here, right? Let me talk to y'all boys. So I was going through I was going through my notes in my phone, and I found this note that I had made for myself. This was in I wrote this note in, this was December 21st, 2016. So this is almost 2 years ago. This is I was sitting down and I was analyzing Drake's if you're reading this, it's too late. And I think I think Drake's if you're reading this is too it's too late was a huge turning point in music production. It is when it's when the trap sound kind of kind of grew up and got and kind of got a little bit more layered, and it showed that it doesn't necessarily have to be like cheesy Nexus instruments and stuff like that. Like you could put a lo-fi feel to it. You could put you could put a more darker even sampled type of vibe to it, because there was such a pushback from from hip hop producers. They just being arrogant and trying to classify trap and put it into a box. So I was going through studying it, because this is how I learn. Like, and I don't understand why more producers don't do this. This needs to be something that you guys do along with making your beats. When you're listening to music, you need to take notes and really understand what you're hearing. And when I was listening to that album, I noticed a lot of trends that made the stuff work, because prior to this, if you listened to trap, a lot of the work that was done as far as the arrangements and as far as just the changing of everything, a lot of it was handled through the music. You would have you would make this big stacked melody part with a chord progression and then a melody and a counter melody behind it, and then you would go ahead and you would mute those parts and then change them. And I think I think when that got to its most like artistic and avant-garde was when Kanye and Lex Luger got together and they did Ham, right? So you could hear Ham. It had it had the cheesy tone too, Gladiator arps, and it had it had some things that Kanye changed, right? So it still had it had all those changes, and it was all music changes. The drums pretty much stayed the same. When everything turned the corner, and this is the music that we have now, this the quote unquote, and I'm putting the trap I put in the title, I put the quotations for sampled in quotations, because I'm gonna make something that sounds sampled. I'm not actually gonna sample something. But what happens is the lane that we're in right now, the moment that we're in right now, everything is really, it's a lot of musical simplicity, and a lot of the changes are happening in the low end with the kick and the bass, rather than the high frequency content changing up. So when I was going through, and this is a lot of stuff that I've kind of drilled into my head, but it was just nice to see this and come back to it. And this is what I found out was a theme throughout that whole album. And it's really a fucking fantastic album. And I'm not even a Drake fan like that. I like two of his albums, that one and Take Care. But I noticed a lot of them have 4 drum patterns. They have snare changes where they'll change the actual snare sample that they're using. There's typically a bass change, and then you'll find they'll use a filter, the quote unquote Drake filter on the drums, but it wasn't happening on the music. So that was pretty cool. And then some notes that I made to myself was, do not stress leads and counter melodies. Back prior to this album, a lot of what you would do to create a chorus or to create a B section was you would throw in a counter melody, or you would write a lead line on top of that. And it was nothing. Like, if you listen to, you just go back and listen to that album, and you can hear how much of an influence it has over today's production. There was just an emphasis on filters, using textures. This is where I really got big into digging into the omnisphere playable textures, and finding things to introduce noise, and just depth into the songs, because you have to employ some tricks to make something that's simplistic really vibe. And then this is also when I started going hard with the vocal samples, like the vocal samples. Like, a lot of you guys tease me like it's not a craft master beat until you hear someone dying in the background or some shit like that. And then you hear this, all this shit you hear to this day. So I wanted to create something with you guys, kind of with this note, and share this note with you guys. Like, seriously, fucking, go back to this video, pause it, write this shit down on a note, put it on, your sticky pad, on your desktop or something. Keep this with you if you're, interested in, creating more of a modern sound. If you're having trouble transitioning to that, these are pretty much the tenets of it. And then it doesn't necessarily, where you can add your changes in the music. So you don't have to, you can use a real sample. You could create something that sounds sampled, or you can do something that is super musically intense, and still use these guidelines. And it's going to step your beat game up that much more. DMAD says, I'm pretty sure some producer is going to come up with a new sound and other producers are going to follow. No, that isn't how music works, bro. Like, it's just somebody's, what's going to happen is somebody's going to find an old sound and reintroduce it, you know. Has a producer made a hit off of Studio One yet? Producers don't make hits off of programs. Nobody makes a hit because they use a program. Like, if you pay attention to what I do, like, I'm not really using Studio One to make music. All I'm doing is I'm using this environment to sequence samples that don't come from Studio One, to sequence melodies and sounds that are not coming from Studio One. I don't use any of the stock plugins. Uh, I don't use any stock sounds. It's just this is being used as a sequencer. I don't even use their quantizing. I import Akai MPC uh, templates. So I think that question isn't really a productive one. But if you're the type of person who values that type of information, I could tell you that S1 uses Studio One. And if you don't know who S1 is, we could just do this real quick. Let's see. Let's look for some new stuff. So let's see. He's got joints on Eminem's Kamikaze. He's got shit on Book of Ryan. He produced on for Little Uzi. He's on Lord's album. He's on More Life. He's got stuff on Documentary 2. He did shit with Logic. He did stuff with Lupe, Talib. He produced for this guy named Kanye West on this album called Yeezus. That was kind of known. I think people know about that. He produced for this R&B singer called Beyonce. I don't know if anybody knows who she is. Um, this rapper called 50 Cent. He's from New York, kind of like a local artist. Um, Yeah. Not really a big deal, you know. But why? Why, like, why do you care who uses it? That's kind of the point I'm getting at. Like, why does why does that, why does that matter? I'm not talking down to you, D. Like, I'm like genuinely curious why people care about that, because it's just something that's so, like, it's just something that I've never cared about. So I don't understand where that mentality comes from. All right. So let's get into some sounds, bro. Now this what up, banger? This is some shit that I've been going in on about the Studio One Tutorials channel. By the way, if you guys don't have Studio One Tutorials .com memberships, I just released 20 free quarter presets that are gas, bro. They're so fucking fire. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use one to make this. Right. And these are free. And this is a stock plugin. You don't have to have scaler for this, no shit, you know. And this is all one button chords. You like the quarter presets? You got them, Z? Let me turn that fader port on. You guys excited about the Atom? I'm telling you, bro. Maximum value for the subscription site, dude. I'm fucking tired of people asking me why they should sign up. Like, I don't understand, bro. You say so much stuff on YouTube. Why would I pay you? Yeah, I don't think the Atom is for us, bro. I think the Atom is like a super entry level thing. It's like Fisher Price, my first Timberland. Tell him his drum pad looked like a dish rag. His drum pad looked like a curtain. I know Banger gets that reference. So Avery gets that reference. Yo, that was the best skit, bro. Like, that skit was fantastic. All right, y'all gonna have to y'all gonna have to bear with me for a moment, cause I'm tired of being constricted on my damn streams and not being able to use the fucking motif, cause it's so godly. So y'all ain't gonna hear this. Y'all ain't gonna hear the me doing the sound selection. It's the motif and audio interface too. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's flames. I wonder what it's capable of. Oh yeah, Scotch Storage. I'm glad he's back, bro. All right, let's see here. Oh. I know you can't hear. Let me see. God damn it, I'm trying to get too fancy. Hold up. Hold up. Keyboard. Electric piano. What you mean setting up that 1/4? And we're back. don't understand what you mean by 1/4 though. That's too fast. Let's slow this down. Yeah, it's better. Oh, you know it's coming. Just want to make sure I don't got. Just want to make sure I don't got no doo doo in that low end. Alright, now we can speed it up. Yeah. Yo, if y'all ain't using the if y'all ain't using this when you're using halftime, you're fucking up, bro. Like, this is the best part of halftime. This is what makes it so much better than growth speed. I mean, I think I find all my samples on YouTube. You just have the motif just one time. Yeah, it's the way that my template is set up, right? So I have the MIDI instrument that sends the MIDI out to the board, and then I have like motif 1 2 1 2 3 and 4. Those is just like those stay in my template, you know, in case in case I want to put in case I bring in extra sounds from the motif, you know what I mean? So if I want to, you know, if I want to stack this with strings or something like that to, you know, to fuck with that, that's what I do. It's just these are audio tracks, and then this is the instrument track. I haven't set it. I don't use it for like I don't use it like 16 channels. It's easier for me to work like this. How do I convert what? Everybody's sleeping on Looperator, bro. You fucking guys are just waiting for somebody way cooler than me to use it. That's all it is. I've been told y'all about this years ago. Years ago. But y'all don't listen to me, man. Y'all only listen to the fucking kids with the face tattoos and the goddamn cool placements. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what I say. That's what I need to do. I need to get some face tats, bro. I need to get some face tats and a chain, and everybody will fucking listen to what I say. Oh yeah, and a lean cup. And some Gucci slides. Get some Gucci slides and then my opinion will matter. What do you mean? Dude, you got to type some more words with your questions, bro. Like we're not talking. You have to be very specific. Yeah, but what if it was a grown-ass man with face tats? Right? Fuck no, I don't use Nexus, bro. Nexus is crap, dude. I tried to do a stream the other day with Nexus. It was like a few weeks ago. It made me so mad. Nexus sounds so cheesy to me, bro. What the hell am I looking for? Oh yeah. Run this. A serum is a good synth if you like to make sounds. Don't get it if you're looking for presets, bro. Nexus was the God VST a decade ago. Nexus was a really good VST for like 2007. but it's like it's the way that VSTs get popular in the producer community because everybody's trash and nobody wants to buy anything. It's just what hack comes out like. Look at everybody. Look at everybody gravitating towards Expand. Like it's some type of fucking like it's some type of great plugin. Like Expand, Noah was using that to make all of Drake's first records, right? 2000, 2008, 2009. That was all Expand. The other dude on his team, like the all the sounds from Headlines came from Expand. I forgot I don't know if it was Alex the Kid or Boy Wonder who shit it was like that was all Expand, you know. Um, and when the reason why and everybody was trying to make Drake type beats. Everybody wanted to make Drake type beats, but nobody had Expand. And the reason why nobody had Expand is because there wasn't a fucking hack for it. You know, they didn't have a hack for Expand, so nobody had it. I think it's very comical that now it's $1 and now all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, this is a great VST." Like, no, dude, you're just trash and you fucking are only willing to spend $1 for your stuff. Devin, are you asking me because you don't know how to do that with a sample period? Like, do you know how to do that? Do you know how to do that with a regular wave or an MP3? I don't know, bro. I don't have Complete 12. Nah, yeah, that goddamn that'll be the best dollar that you spend. I've been telling people to go get that too. I was supposed to do a video for them, but I got busy. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for Sound Toys. Where's the little radiator? You just ordered Complete Ultimate 12. Yeah, there were still product. You see why I saved that motherfucking for some reason every time I open up a Sound Toys VST, it crashes Studio One right now. I think I need to see if I need to see if Sound Toys has made an update since Studio One 4s came out. The same thing happens to US class. Yeah, it's probably because we haven't caught the update yet. Radiator credit. Yeah, bro. I wanted to run that radiator, dude. You already know about that radiator sauce. They haven't? God damn it. What like for what price point, Jim? Let's try it one more time. And like, dude, the audio units like don't even like I learned this. Don't even try to use a damn audio unit. Good for you, Gregory. I am thrilled for you. Don't you rub it in my face. with your non-crash experience. Yeah, I should do the same thing, bro. You think Nexus is overpriced? I don't think Nexus is overpriced. I don't. Nexus is only overpriced if you want to get all the expansions, but like there's no need to be a completionist. You're not gonna really use all the expansions anyway, you know. That's just us being spazzes wanting the complete version. But I mean, if Nexus, like if you get Nexus, like if you get the entire version of Nexus for the $3,000, that's pretty much the equivalent of getting a Korg Karma. You know what I'm saying? Which is the same price. You know. All right, so again, back to the note, right? 4 drum patterns and a snare change, right? So we'll use that as our main snare, and then we're gonna have a snare change, so we'll have 1 pattern with a clap, right? All right, so boom, there's our snare change. Let's go hi-hat first. So this shit is easy, right? We'll do one that just has a straight hat. Yeah, dude, like that's the thing, bro. $500 for Omnisphere. Worth every penny. Never goes on sale. What up, Cena? There you go. Boom. That's probably the cheapest you'll get it. Yeah, like bro, for VSTs, like if you're having trouble figuring out how to pay for sounds, the best hack, bro, is PayPal credit. It's amazing because you can, you know, once you get PayPal credit, pretty much anybody can get approved for $1,000. And bro, if you spend over $100, they'll give you 6 months no interest to pay it, which is gas, bro. That's what you need. You could buy anything 6 months no interest, any VST. That's how I got a lot of my shit when I was starting out. Not when I was starting out, when I was going legit. Yeah, bro, that fucking that fucking old Marcus hit me up. Yeah, I do like the UVI stuff actually. They make cool stuff. I got their synth packs. I would pay $1,000 for Omnisphere, straight up, bro. Like, Omnisphere is that fire. What the hell? I'm only familiar with their those exotic keyboards that they remade from the 90s, and some of them do sound cheesy, but that's because fucking keyboards in the 90s sounded cheesy. So I ain't gonna hold that against them. So that's one drum pattern, right? Let's go to 2. Falcon. Nah, I don't ever use a scratch pad. I think it's silly to open up another window. Like I just moved my loop marker. What do you mean? What do you mean discontinue? Like discontinue how? massive stock reverb was the sound of trap for a couple years. But Devin, that's how you come. That's how you start, bro. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Studio 14 has some good stock sounds anyway. Shit, the stock sound of Studio 14 has got BusyWorks Beats wanting to use this instead of FL Studio. No, I think it's a legacy product, dude. And it's such a big it's such a big part of music, man. Like goddamn massive in SM and FM7, like damn near created dubstep as we know it. Y'all sit tight. It is 50 cents a day. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right, we back. Nah, it's just when I switch the sound card. OBS acts funny. Yeah. Sauce. Yeah. All right, so now we need to introduce a bass change. I need a bass change in this pattern too. Like I think we're just gonna do this. Yeah. I'll run it out. I'll run it when the I'll run it when I finish the beat, bruh. I got you. And see, like even with this level of detail, it just goes to show, like if you have a plan going into something, everything doesn't have to be a mystery. Like we still have a ton of variation in this shit, and I haven't done nothing to the music. Jim, it depends on what you want to do, man. Like for programming, I feel like Silent is it's not Silent. Serum is easy to program. Like Silent is Massive. If Massive was as easy to program as Silent, I think that's a good way to describe it. Yeah, Devin, you need yourself a membership to studio1tutorials.com. Even if you only invest $30 and run it for 2 months, you're gonna level up. All right, and then so for the clap section. You agree, Soul Avery? Yeah, I feel like you know, Xfer really they saw how popular Massive was, kind of seeing that people, you know, because people always like new things, and they took everything that Massive did well as a wavetable synth, but just made it really like everything that Massive did that was like a little bit more difficult. They made it easier. They made it graphical. They made it visual. You know. Oh, you got a subscription? Well, then you, sir, will be lit in no time then. Oh, I'm fucking up. But if you're looking for presets, massive massive is the way to go, bro, because there's so many amazing sound designers that are working on it. And the Native Instruments preset library is lit too, bro. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. I'll show you. It's really simple, bro. Like there's nothing to it. Damn it. It's too low. Nah, I'll fuck with it. I think for this one, I'm just gonna keep it up here. Got you, banger. Alright, so that's 4 patterns. Oh, what's up, Skino? You're out in the world right now, ain't you? Like you good. We got Born Supreme King of Law in the chat. Congratulations, man. I'm so happy for you, sir. see how you see how simple the music is, but because we took the time to do the 4 patterns, and we have the bass change, and then you have that change in the snare. You know what I mean? Like you got damn near an arrangement right there, right? So let's get a little trippy vocal sample to complete the cipher. Let's see. This is pretty grimy. Yeah, I like talking with Game, man. He's a very smart man. Very business savvy, but also like very passionate as a musician. Man, I thought I was recording that. The fuck? Why don't I? Oh, because I'm on deer. Yo, you went straight for the plug, bro. That's what's up. I love it. That's good because my old Guitar Center plug quit. I forgot who mentioned it. I think it was Sean J. was asking about the drum delay. So this is key, especially for using quantized drums, right? So you just go into the inspector, and this is how I run it. I'll run a 4 millisecond delay on my kick, a 4 millisecond delay on my 808, 2 millisecond delay on my kick. That means my kick is gonna hit just 2 milliseconds before my 808. You know what I mean? So we get a little bit of separation there. My snare, I like to actually pull that back. You know, make it hit a little early. I'll make that hit 4 milliseconds early, right, on the snare. On the accent snares, though, bruh, I push those like 14 milliseconds. And the delay means you're pushing it to the right on the grid. And then if you go negative, you're pulling it back to the left, right? The clap, we'll run that back 4 milliseconds. And then my open hi-hat, we'll give that like a 7 millisecond delay. So now everything is loose. It's not hitting exactly on the grid, but it's also not so far off the grid that it's gonna sound messy. Actually, that B snare is that's a little too much. That's better. I would use it on individual sounds. What I would use Little Clipper for, like, okay, so I'm using this kick, right? That's the Lex Luger kick. If we look at the sample, this is a visual representation of clipping. It chops the top off of samples. That's clipping, right? And that clipping makes the drum hit harder. It makes it sound better. So what I would use clipping for is if I was to take right, say I wanted to get real artistic and I wanted to go into a more boom bap kick, right? And I took I think this one's already clipped. I think that's why I like this kick. Yeah, of course it is. This is actually the Phi kick out of this. This is actually the rack kick. This is the kind of shit I like. This is the rack kick, and then they layered a boom bap kick over it. Right? Okay, like this kick right here. I would take this kick. Let's truncate that. Normalize it. All right, so here's the kick, right? So you got that kick right there, and you can see the delay on the kick too. That you see how it's pushed over to the side. It's not on the grid. Bars. So if I take this kick sample now, and I run K-clip on it, which I own this plugin. I don't know why it keeps telling me that I have a demo, but whatever. I'll use the Groove Pool occasionally, but this is more of like a trappy vibe, so I want it to have more of a quantized feel. All right, so if I go in clip this now. So now when you look at your waveform, you see where that square knocked all that shit off. You know, before we had this nice, you know, wave. Now we got, you know, now we went from, you know, it'll basically turn your sine wave to a square wave. Boom. And that's how you make a trap kick, you know? That's what this is. So we'll go ahead and where's it at? I wonder if I can grab this out of the pool and throw it into here. No, it won't let me. Of course not. Why would you let me do it the easy way? Fucker. So I'll just show this in Finder. Run that right here. Swing this down. Truncate it. Boom. So now you see this is clipped. Whenever you see a kick like this that's clipped, it's made to stack on 808s. That's what this shit is for, right? So now we get rid of these. And then if I want to shape it even more, you know, we get out of this mode, go into bit crusher. I don't know. I don't think it's the same as clipping. I don't know. Honestly, I don't use a lot of bit crushing, to be honest with you, dude. I think the pitch of this kick is just might be. Drop it down 2 semitones, see if I like it better. Yeah. And that's how you turn any kick into a trap kick, bro. So now that we got that, take these, throw them over here. Oh, and I'm using with this. I'm still using that the Gucci Mane and the Gucci Mane and goddamn Weekend arrangement. It's funny that you should ask that question, Josh. Because in the stream I did, I think it was the last stream I did on YouTube. I went through the Blap Kit 10 and specifically focused on that. The kicks. Did you see what I just showed with the clipping? Because that's all Illmind did with those kicks. He took like kicks that he already had, and then he ran them through a clipper so that they would stack well with 808s. Like all the kicks in, pretty much all the kicks in there except for like the basketball kick. When you look at the waveforms, they look like this. All those kicks look like this because they're made to be ran with 808s. What you have to do is you just have to shorten them up a little bit, you know, adjust the release and the decay on your samples, and that's how you get them to sound more like trap. But the snares in there, bro, I don't know what the fuck to do with those snares. Like them snares is beyond me. Like them snares is on some neck shit, bro. Let's run that mega sauce. Whoa. Got to run that mega sauce. What am I doing? Let's run the vinyl on the Omnisphere piano. Where you at? Turn your speakers down and protect your ears. It's about to get loud. Let me see here. Yeah, yeah. I make my own samples from my hardware. So I give you guys some sauce right here when you're working with somebody or when you're trying to work with somebody, right? So I have I have a couple. The way that I do my stuff is I have like a couple representatives that just friends that work with me that try to help me plug in with artists and everything. One of them's in Miami and one of them's in Orlando. Um, and this artist right here, Rosemary Bryan, um, I was trying to call my dog and he was on a conference call with her, and she was she had like some questions about branding, because I guess she's been taking meetings at labels or whatever, and they looked at her stuff. They're like, yeah, we like your music, but we want you to go back and work on your branding, and she didn't really have any information on that. Not that I'm a branding expert or anything, but I got on the call to just talk about the basics of it, and kind of like talk strategy for artists, because she's like one of these artists who wants to like release singles and rollouts and stuff like that, and it's just like there's different ways to do it. So we had a conversation, everything. I didn't speak to her anything about music, or um I didn't talk, hey, I'm a producer, by the way, listen to my beats. You know, because she's already has music, she already has beats and everything. When you want to get in with somebody that you think is talented and you want to work with them, the first thing that you got to do is you have to provide value to their situation, right? So everybody's trying to throw beats at an artist. What up, K Sound? Everybody's trying to throw beats at an artist. Everybody's trying to hear a voice on their music. So when I had the opportunity to talk to her, um, I made sure to come from the angle like, look, I'm a moderately successful YouTuber. I've made a business out of it. This is my social proof. This is why I know what I'm talking about. These are my opinions. This is what I think that you can use to to up your brand. Talking about content and uploading frequency and being consistent and stuff like that. Just stuff that artists don't think about. I made sure to lead with that, and just be like, here's something that I could bring to your situation, even if even if we don't have the opportunity to do music, like we could still talk about these things, because this is stuff that I do as well. Um, and when and what you have to realize is there's not a lot of people who can speak to that aspect. Now, us as producers, working as independent businesses, small businessmen, we already, even though we might not be in the quote unquote music industry, like, bro, we are in the business of music. Like we're selling our own beats, we're making our own profits, we're managing our own brands. So don't ever think that you can't step into that conversation and talk to an artist. And with an artist who doesn't know about that aspect of the game, that is going to take your relationship way further than just being like, what's your email? I want to send you some beats. So um what then wound up happening was my friends got more more talking about the management side, the artist development side and everything. And my boy Joey, who was my my partner in Craftmaster Productions, he doesn't do a lot of music anymore, but he likes to do the admin stuff. And um he got to telling her, he's like, yo, like, if you have if you have a moment, I think you should consider listening to some of to some of Brandon's music, because he has a tendency to be about 2 years ahead of mainstream waves. And you know, if you're open to, you know, to doing something new, he's not going to give you stuff that sounds like everybody else. He's gonna give you something that you know, that you could probably use to anchor and define your own sound, which he's interested in doing. So that's cool to have somebody who can what's up Sonny, that's cool to have somebody who can make those connects for you and kind of open the door. But once that door has been opened, you don't want to rely on that person to do all the talking for you. So as soon as I could get her email, I send her an email with the title Brandon from Craftmaster Productions. I don't know if it's because of my age, or it's just because like like the whole like, bro, we're not drug dealers, we don't need street names, but whatever. So I always like to lead with my name because I feel it's more personal, and on top of that, it sets me apart from everybody else. You know what I mean? Everybody is, beat man, or or who whatever their fucking superhero name is, right? When I come to you and they're like, oh, who are you? And I introduce myself as Brandon, and they're like, well, what should I call you? I'm like, you should call me Brandon. That's what my father calls me. That's what my mom calls me. And those are people I respect, and I respect you. You can use my real name. That's fine. That's why when I first started doing tutorials, I came out with the moniker Concrete Zebra, because I just think having a moniker is fucking weird, man. Like, especially on the production side of things. So I'll come in, I'll be like, yo, this is Brandon from Craftmaster Productions. And the way I approached her, as I let her know, like, boom, first, like, yo, this is my little brand. I let her know, like, hey, Joey talked to me about working with some music, that he played me 2 of your newer songs that you sent, and they are amazing. When you want to work with an artist and you want to build a relationship, always lead, because artists are sensitive, man. And just like all you producers want someone to listen to your music, they want to know that you're invested in their music, right? So Joy played 2 of the newer songs for you, and they're amazing. And put an exclamation point, especially if you're emailing a woman. I don't know why. I read about the psychology of this, but women are like into the exclamation points. They use them like 40% more than men. It's more of like an emotional message. So I tell her, I'm super pumped about working with an artist of your caliber. Again, another compliment, back-to-back compliments. Let them know, like, dude, I like what you're doing. I consider you to be to be really good. So I'm interested in working with an artist of your caliber that knows how to be creative with a trap beat. Here's something I made last night after I heard your songs. Boom. Again, I'm telling you, like, yo, you, by me saying that, I'm letting her know, like, you inspired me to create, right? So that's gonna be when you approach somebody like that, that's gonna get you that's going to build you currency with them, and it's going to make them want to hear your music, because they're going to be like, oh, so you heard my voice and then you made a custom beat thinking of me. You gotta you run with that, you massage that ego. And I told you, I think you would sound great on this. Let me know what you think. And then I close with this. I all of the introduction emails, I end with this closing. And I say, I know artists like a variety of producers, but I look forward to possibly being a large part of creating your sound. Because I'm always trying to come at it from that angle, because everybody I work with, it's just the crazy part of me, but everybody I work with, I want to produce all of their songs. I don't know if it's just like how like how obsessive I get with music. And then like, again, bro, ladies in the exclamation points, boom, I get 2 exclamation points. Those exclamation points are important. Y'all might think that shit is funny, but this little shit like this, it's all about communication. And you see in hers 3 exclamation points. I'm telling you, bro, ladies, like, they when they do the email communication, those exclamation points are makes them feel comfortable. So so she's telling me, yes, thank you so much for reaching out. Joe spoke of you, and I wanted to work with you too. Those beats are fire. I already have a concept. I should be able to get them with you next week. And yes, I'm looking for producers that can help me enhance and specify my sound. So I'm looking forward to working with you. Do you guys do oh, Marcus, you the GOAT, bro. I love you, dog. But do you notice what I didn't talk about in here? You guys notice something missing from this correspondence? Do you guys notice anything missing from this correspondence here? Anybody? It's not a rhetorical question. Yes. 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 There is no mention of money. There's no mention of money. Absolutely none. Because the no fucking free beats concept is an absolute killer for artist to artist communication. All right. You as a producer, not only are you a small business, but you're also an artist. And when you get into situations with people who are super talented, that are super motivated, and they're trying to pick up momentum, they're trying to define a sound, you gotta have at least one artist that you work with that you're just working on their sound. You know what I mean? You can set yourself up to sell one-off leases and everything, and that's great, but you cannot, if you really want to build something really cool and really special with an artist, you cannot run into your first correspondence talking about, okay, so lease these beats for $30 a piece, and and then we'll work on some shit. That's not how it works. You can't build relationships like that. Case in point, I'll give you guys another story. I had a plug that I was working with, and he had a writer, right? Is a songwriter, really great songwriter, and this guy knows a lot of people. He's like connected in the little Haiti scene, and he had a girlfriend that he wanted to push, and he loved my beats. Okay, found me on SoundCloud, hit me up, did it slick, did it through his girl's profile, right? So I think, he's like, oh yeah, I'd like to meet you down at the studio. So I think I'm going to the studio to meet up with a female artist, thinking all types of stupid shit in my head. Boom, they come in, they're a couple. Whatever, dude, I'm here for the music first, right? So we go and we sit down, and I'm like, all right, so what are y'all trying to do, with the beats? Now everybody, because especially in like Miami, it's such like everybody tries to be like a big dog. There's like, oh, because they ain't have no upfront money, and they came at me from the perspective like, yo, so we want to make like an EP, and what we want to do with the EP is we'll split the profits 50-50. And I'm like, and I looked at him because I'm sick of that bullshit, bro. So I tell him, I was like, okay, do you know how to set up your PayPal or your DistroKid so that half of the profits go to me and half of the profits go to you upon release? And it looked like deer in headlights. They was like, nah, honestly, bro, we don't know how to do that. I was like, all right, well, let me just be honest with you so we can get the uncomfortable part of the conversation out of the way first. You're not prepared to offer me a deal like that because you don't know how to execute it, right? And I told him just like that. I was like, y'all aren't prepared to execute that, so let's take that deal off the table. Do you guys want to make music on my beats? Well, yeah, that's what we want to do. All right, then let's just make music then. Fuck all that funny shit. And that person, because of my relationship with them, he's got He's got songs that he's submitting right now to the City Girls. He's got songs that he's submitting right now to YFN Lucci's new artist. Um, you know, because like Coach K and them are recording at Circle House and everything. So based off of me not trying to make 30, 100, $350, I was able to cultivate a relationship that gets me that gets me to place audition these records that this is what all you guys want to do, right? You guys want to get your records played for big artists and shit like that. And the thing that everybody else that's telling supposedly telling you how to accomplish that goal, what they're not telling you is the relationship aspect of it. Illmind kind of touches on it with the whole work with one artist for free, develop a sound and everything, but the details of it are that you need to be able to discern people who are who see what relationships that they have, see who they show up with and everything. And if they can if you can help them out by you just producing music. I mean, you producing music, people like to act like, oh man, music producers, we have such high costs, we have to buy our gear and our software. And it's like, bro, stop with that shit, bro. Get all the way the fuck out of here, bro. Because if I didn't have a music business, I would still buy all this shit anyway, because I fucking love to make music, just like you guys love to make music. So you gotta remember that, dude. Like, you're having fun, you know what I mean? Don't come at it from the perspective like, oh, I had to buy Omnisphere, so you got to pay me back for it. Like, no, you had to buy Omnisphere because you like making music, and you like making music with the best tools. Just like they have to buy Beats because they want to make albums and everything. But if you get a person who's any type of plugged in, it doesn't cost you anything to give them free music and further your relationship. You know what I mean? Because that's the currency. That's what you move in. Yo, my dad is a trip, bro. My dad just sent me a picture of his my dad just sent me a picture of his new girlfriend, bro. He's so happy, dog. He got him a fucking, yo, I can't believe that lady is 50 though, bro. He got him a Venezuelan lady. That's what's up. Go Pops. I'm gonna send him some eye emojis. He ain't gonna know what to do with that. Yeah, bro. Exactly. K Sound. If you come to me, and you're talking about like, oh, how much does a lease cost? I'm gonna tell you how much a lease costs. You know what I mean? And that's how we're gonna work. And if I don't respect your talent, if your music doesn't excite me, then it's gonna be like, on some, on some what's the ticket shit. What's the way to go when you're working with an artist is good but is insisting on being high on cannabis or other stimuli when working? You can't get into an artist process, bro. Like, if somebody if somebody wants to be high as fuck while they're working, and they think that that's the sauce, that's their process, bro. There's nothing you could do about that. It's annoying as fuck. All you can do is pretty much just laugh about it with your friends, and if you're recording them, just make sure you're charging them for wasting your fucking time saying the same thing 1,000 times. That's really all you could do, bro. But yeah, like for to K Sound's point, like one example is these trap boys, right? They hit me up. They knew about me when I was down in Broward, and they wanted to work on some music with me. And first, their manager hit me up, right? And they was like, "Yo, we want to know, um, what's the cost of doing production?" I was like, "Y'all want to buy exclusives or y'all want to buy leases?" "Oh, we want to buy leases." "Oh, okay, well, or we want to buy exclusives." I'm like, "All right, well, my exclusives are $150, and like that's what you asked. You asked the price of beats, right? So, and these guys are pretty infamous in the city. The type of guys that'll throw like 3,000, 5,000 if it's somebody's birthday at the strip club. Like real trap boys, not 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 face tattoo fucking weirdos, but like you know real trap boys. And so I'm like, all right, dude, this is gonna be great, and get some trap money. And so we set up. Buddy comes to the studio. Okay, he brings over a Magnum bottle of Hennessy. Brings over an ounce of weed with his manager. Um, and comes through. You know, and when he comes through, he put the Henny bottle down. Offered me a drink. I did not want to drink, but you take the drink. And and slam the weed down on the table, and the way he put it down on the table, I knew exactly what was gonna happen next. I was like, oh my god, bro, these guys ain't good. These guys aren't trying to pay for shit. So we go through and we listen to the beats and everything, and he's fucking with them. He wants to use them, and what's it called? He wants to use them. He's dude fucking rolling up huge backwoods, and I'm just like, oh my god, I hate having these conversations when people want to smoke, bro. This is I don't know why fucking smokers like to get really blazed before they have a serious conversation. That's like the weirdest hood custom. Like, I don't understand that hood custom. But anyway, so we're sitting here talking, and it's the same old thing. Like, yo, I know that's your ticket and everything, but we're trying to do this for Broward and come up together. We got this whole movement, and I'm looking for people who are gonna be down with the family and shit like that. You know what I mean? There's other benefits than just getting your little $150. Called it my little $150. Of course, he called it my little $150. And I had to stop him. I was like, yo, bro, like, first of all, just so that there's no misunderstanding, like, I wasn't trying you. Like, somebody who was not you called me up and asked me a direct question, to which I gave a direct answer. You know what I mean? Had the conversation been this way, you would have got a different answer. So in the future, when you guys deal with music people, if you're looking for this type of arrangement, just say it off rip. Don't come talking about you want to do business, and then what you really want to do is make new friends. You know what I mean? Because we could be friends, we could hang out, we could make music. Like, I fuck with you guys' music, bro. I have no problem doing that. But don't put me in a situation where I think it's going to be a business conversation, and it's more of a do you want to hang out conversation. And from then it was like going to the strip club, going to these video shoots, doing these shows and everything, and working in that capacity. But it's not always about how much can you get for one beat. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why I did that work was because I wanted to be I wanted to be known as the producer in that circle, because I know that there were other people from the city who look up to them. They were kind of the most active in the scene. So I knew if I worked with them, and I worked a lot with them, people would, come to me for my production. So I looked at it like that, and I was making all this trap music anyway, so what am I gonna do? Just not selling it and not using it and not leveraging it, and that's the whole thing. Shit can, free beats, free music can be leveraged into greater opportunities, man. But yeah, nah, and that's the thing, K Sound, that's how I tried to finesse it. Like, oh, okay, like, I love, like, guys, I love making beats. I'm gonna do that even if I don't fuck with you. So, it makes sense for me to give you free music. What I don't like doing, because then it was like, yo, can you come and track us? And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, if you want me to track you, you gonna have to pay me, because it's gonna take it, y'all are gonna want to hang out for 6 hours. You know what I mean? And that's 6 hours that I could be making beats for you. But instead, you want to take me off that, and you want to have me track your lean sessions. And if I track your lean sessions, then what happens? So boom. So then they're like, all right, we'll record it. How about you mix it? Yeah, I'll mix it. I'll mix it for $100 a song, bro. Because again, anything that takes me away from making beats, having fun, and and giving you guys stuff to rap over, is going to is going to be something that requires money. And they ain't want to do that either. So it's just like, all right, boom. This is what it is. And then obviously, because of because of fucking with them, I got more opportunities. I became known. I became known for my work doing what I did. Got a chance to sell beats. Got a chance to submit records to like Kodak and shit like that. So it was it was a beneficial situation. But just the whole thing, you gotta be on your toes, because nowadays artists will pay for anything but production, up front. They'll sit here and like, bro, like, I'm telling you, we go out and these dudes would throw thousands at the strip club, thousands, and I would look at that money go, like, I would look at that money go up in the air. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, y'all didn't want to pay the video man $3,000 for 5 videos, but yet we're feeding all these hoes, and that ain't bringing no money back, So it's weird, bro. It's weird. But you have to you definitely have to look at the outside value that relationships can bring you. You know what I mean? Not value isn't always measured by what goes in your bank account. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Um, I understand what you're saying, K Sound. But my thing is like, you have to be realistic when you're dealing with the hip hop world, right? Because the hip hop world, the hip hop is low rent. You know what I mean? Like, I love the culture, but it's low rent, dude. Like, hip hop artists are low rent. Hip hop artists are the only fucking people who feel like they shouldn't have to learn anything, they shouldn't have to invest anything, and they should be a millionaire before 22. You know what I mean? But I love the culture. I love hip hop culture. I love trap culture. I've been participating in it since I was 15 years old. You know what I mean? I've been working on music every day for 20 years. And I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to let like, I'm going to eat. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna eat. Like, my family is gonna be fed. That's going to be my first priority. But at the same time, I am going to participate in hip hop culture. I'm going to participate in trap culture because that shit lives in me. You know what I mean? I breathe that shit in spite of the fuck shit, you know? Because I love it too much. And I think that's the difference. I think that's the difference between people like me and yeah, K-Sound. I know you hear where I'm coming from, bro. I think that's the difference between people like me and then people who talk that no free beat shit, and people who talk that oh, I gotta, I gotta eat shit. You know what I mean? Because it's not a it's not an artist. It's not the artist's obligation to feed us as men. You know what I mean? Like we're men. You know, we're supposed to be able to provide. You know, that's business. That's survival. That's number one. You know, that's number one. The love for our culture, that's number two. You know what I mean? And if you want to, if you want to participate and you want to make songs and you want to, you want to take steps, there's sacrifices that we make to write our name, in the history books, bro. There's just sacrifices that you got to make, and one of them sacrifices is just dealing with how low rent the business side of up and coming hip hop culture is, man. You got to fuck with some people, man. Back in Chicago, yeah, bro. You already know. You already know them, bro. All right, Rob. Go bark at the window. Go bark at the window. Chico love. Facts, bro. Yeah, no, and that's what I tweeted something because I was watching I was watching TV with my girl, relaxing the other day, and we was we got off of cable, and we got off of we just got internet, and we have the streaming services now. So I got like Apple TVs in every room or whatever, and what's it called, so we got like Prime Video right now and Netflix. When Game of Thrones come back, I'll get HBO Go and shit like that. But just because like I can afford a $240 cable bill, but it just makes me mad to pay it. I feel stupid paying that money. So as we were going through the streaming services, we realized like how much original content is being created by each streaming service. So you take like Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and all of these companies are creating original content, right? That's on top of broadcast television. That's on top of cable TV. That's on top of Hollywood. That's on top of that's on top of like straight to video, or straight to stream content, and what's crazy is everybody wants to be a hip hop producer that works with rappers, but why? You know what I mean? Like why why is that the number one goal? There's all these, like, is it that you want to be famous? Is it because you want your fucking face everywhere like Metro Boomin? Is it because you think it's gonna get you girls, or is it because you want to participate in the culture, or is it because you love to create music and you want to make it a career? Because there's different music careers out there. These shows, you listen to their beats in there, and they're horrible hip hop beats in them. You know, hip hop is the dominant genre in music right now, and everybody's all of them are looking for hip hop music. Um, and the people who are producing the music, like the people who are producing the music, are, you know, 50 and 60-year-old guys who have these relationships with these music libraries and these music publishers, and you know, and they're watching my videos on how to program trap rolls, placing beats. So it's crazy, it's crazy to me, because y'all will fucking, watch every tutorial of how to get a rap placement, and become disenfranchised, and maybe think about not wanting to do this, maybe not dedicate as much time as it anymore. And yet, think about the person who wrote the beat for the Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp show. You know what I mean? That's the that shit sounds like one of the beats I was making in 2012. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy right now. Does anyone feel like if Presonus made a device like the Machine MK3 or the Push 2 Studio One, would pretty much be on its top? I mean, you just gotta find you one, Z. Daryl, I feel like they would. I wish that's what they did, bro. The Atom was a huge disappointment. It was a huge disappointment, huge disappointment. I mean, obviously, Studio One, is the environment that we use to produce in. So obviously, like, there's a kinship there. Like, we want it to be on top, and that all comes from like confirmation culture. Like, if Studio One becomes the most popular DAW production, and we were the first people to use it, then we get to fucking be that, like, ha ha ha, we told you. That's really all that's about. But yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, Studio One is a hardware company. They're not a software company. And bro, they have so many, like if you look at, have you ever looked at their products, like their products that are hardware? Like, look at this. Like, this product right here, this is why we have Fat Channel, right? So like something like this mixer, you see this right here, you see that right there, that's the controls on Fat Channel. All right. They have the fucking dude. They have you see this? You see this right here? They have these parts. You know what I mean? Seamlessly integrated with Studio One Artist. All the drivers already built in. One-click recording from your phone. Like, bruh. Remote control, bring up Fat Channel right on the mixer. You know what I'm saying? They have all of this shit, dude. Like, this is all here. This is all. And all they got to do is take something like, it doesn't have to be, obviously it don't have to be this big, but they're capable of creating something They're capable of creating something that controls the DAW in a much bigger way, you know? So give us this, bro. This is what we want. We want these encoders. We want to, you know, we want to be able to launch plugins from the shit, you know? Like to control the DAW, dude, the fader port is going to be way better than the Atom. Oh, you're always on the move, Avery? That's what's up, then. I can see that. But the great thing about the MPC Live is you don't need a computer, you know? You could just run the MPC Live, you know? So now, yeah, you have to take the laptop and that controller. Unless you're already taking the laptop with you, then it makes sense. Yeah, I don't think Presonus and I are ever gonna work together because they're a hardware company. I think I think they're more they're more inclined to just build their own environment and their own system. I think they're gonna go if they keep this up. I think they're gonna go backwards because Native Instruments has the cool hardware, but you don't want to work entirely inside of machine, right? So I think that what Presonus is trending towards is they made the environment that you want to work solely inside. You could do everything inside of it, and then they're going to start with that stupid fucking Atom, and then scale up into something that controls the DAW. Because they already got it with Studio Live, right? But we don't need Studio Live. We need the push, you know? I can't wait till summer's over so I can start a new folder. I did work this summer, boy. No, it's not true. I don't think the mixer view is what stops people from working exclusively with live. I think it's I think it had more to do with like the old pan laws, and that you couldn't get like a true mono signal out of it. You know, that turns a lot of people off. So you see how the drums are pushed off the grid. The snare is, oh, where's the snare ski? And the snare hits before. That's that delay. Yeah, I mean, bro, I mean, they say tight integration, but I want to see exactly what that tight integration is. What we really talking about? What's this tight integration? What's, you know? Because it looks like it has less usable fucking functions than a fader port, you know. But it just all goes back to the way that the way that Presonus, you know, who they listen to and who's on their staff, you know. Presonus does, I know because I've spoken to them cordially, like not adversarially. Presonus doesn't have a lot of clickers in the camp. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand that aspect of creation, you know. They do everything with the with musicians in mind. And when I say musicians, I mean musicians that speak with their hands. Marcus, you're gonna get an Atom because you're gonna get it for free. They're gonna ship that shit to you. You ain't gonna spend no money on that. No, I didn't. No. I Presonus didn't say anything to me. Shit, if Presonus said some shit to me, I'd leave the video up, bro. That's not what it's about. You guys got to understand. Like, I don't make those. If you notice, I take all of my videos down where I say something is doo doo. Because I'm not. I don't. It doesn't benefit anybody. Like it doesn't benefit anybody for me to make a video talking about a problem that isn't permanent, right? So if I point something out that's not working in the software as a reaction video, I know that that's going to get fixed. So once I know that they've seen it, like once the Germans start fucking commenting on my video and you know and start telling me to stop complaining and shit like that from, you know, from the ghost accounts, I know okay, they seen it, I could take it down, you know. And that's just pretty much how I get across exactly how I feel to them, so that they hear me. You know what I mean? Because if I send an email, nobody's finna read it, you know. But if I make a video with the stinky face the day that they make their big announcement, and the only videos that come, and when I do the keywords and it ranks, and it's just like Atom, and then Atom and fucking Craftmaster Production with the stink face, I know they all saw it. I know they all heard what I thought, and that's all I want. Like I don't make those videos for views or to remain on the you know, to remain on YouTube as a means to pump views up on my channel and shit like that, you know. It's very you gotta be very careful when you're dealing with negative energy, you know. You could dabble in it. You just don't want to leave it out there. Yeah, the note resolution should be separate buttons, bro. That was a fail. But again, bro, like that comes from using a mouse, bro. Like the coolest thing about the push and those type of controllers is and like machine and stuff like that is it takes your hand off the mouse. Like you know what I mean? Like that's the experience that people who click, that's the experience they clamor for, because nobody really likes making music with their hand on a mouse, right? But somebody who clicks, they're probably not going to learn to play, right? So the pads are cool, but it's not enough when you can create functions that can take what we do with our, that when you create buttons that can take what we do with our mouse and and turn it into when you could take what we do with our mouse and turn it into a button and make it more tactile, that that's what makes DAWs more fun to use. You know what I mean? Like you give a clicker a product like that and it comes off as elitist. It's like, oh, we'll learn to play. It's like, fuck you, bro. I don't want to learn to play. I want to control your DAW with cool fucking buttons and not learn to play. That's what I want to do. Nah, Christian, you're right, bro. That's why I make the videos, bro. Because nobody comes from a critical place because of their relationships, and I get it, dude. But I don't have any fucking relationship with those people. Like nobody there knows me. I don't get free updates. I'm not on the beta or any shit like that. I'm just a dude that really likes their DAW. The push all day, all day. Well, yeah, no, the push. I like the jam because I like the 8x8 pads. I don't like the 4x4s because I don't play. So I need if the 8x8 gives me the step sequencer. Ghost. Facts. But you know why they look like that, bro? Because those guys are um the guys from MVP loops. Those guys came up using like real hardware. So, they look at something like that and they're like, oh, that looks cool. Like, oh yeah, yeah, we've never seen that before. Wow, that's a cool MPD. You know, there's a bigger version of the Atom in the Presonus forums that's being voted under the head Atom controller for Studio One. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Shouty? It's on Presonus Answers. Was in the feature requests. Wow, 307 votes for complete control. Yeah, good luck with that. I'll vote that up. Atom controller for Studio One, 19 votes. We got (16:8) grid. Ooh, oh, you getting saucy, getting ambitious, Mr. Joe Audio. I like the way you think. Something for pitch bending and modulation. I like the way you think, Joe. You could use it for step sequencing, controlling the mixer, panning, chopping samples. Yes, yes, this is what we want. Accessing all impact is trash, but whatever. Map to sample 1xt. Yes, that's what we want to do. Play instruments with the pads in either synth or in scale mode. Yes, to play chords, control VSTs. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Nah, they would kill it with this because they're already good at writing their stuff in for other DAWs. You know what I mean? Like the way that like I use Faderport with Ableton, and it is lovely. You know, it's a really cool addition to the push. I like it. Like I said. Look at this dork, Felix. Atom pad Presonus is coming. That's not what he asked for, bro. Why is there always? I hate forums. Always some nerd in the forums. Ducks. Well, anyway, yeah, no, that's yeah, you guys, yeah, no, y'all should like seriously go fucking. Y'all are on the computer right now. Go vote for that. Let me give it a vote, man. Oh man, now what? Now you done seen my sneaky name. Cause I be lurking in the Studio One forums. Can't be going in there as CMP. Finna ban me. Where the hell is it? Studio One feature request. There we go. Yo, I hate how the login shit works. Yeah, I'm not. I'll vote for it, but y'all shouldn't even. That's not happening. Oh yeah, external clock sync. Give me that, please. Yo, Studio One sucks with their MIDI clock sync, bro. I learned that. Go to hot topic. I'm gonna revote this up. I got kicked out of the Presonus Facebook group for talking about that shit. Bro. Oh man. Where the hell is it? Nah, yeah, dude. You know why, bro? Because it's feuding Germans, bro. Y'all ain't figured it out yet. So you got the NI people who are German, who've made their own system and environment. Nah, you smart, Marky. Yo, I can't. Why can't I find this thing? Bro, this is crazy. All I want to do is vote. Oh, yeah, see, you smart. Did he talk about a keyboard? He said waiting on the Atom 2. I need to answer. All right, I'm not. I'm not gonna get too trolly. Beautiful. Yo, y'all better go vote for this. Okay. We're in the fight of our lives here. All right, I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to hop off. Pause. I appreciate you guys watching the stream. Y'all keep it simple. Don't be basic. Marcus, K-Sound, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out in the chat, interact with the folks. You want to see why I use... I was hoping somebody would ask me that. You want to see why I use sample? You want to see why I don't use old fuck ass sample one? Hold up. Y'all stay for this. Cause I deleted this video because I thought they fixed it, but I should have left it up. And you know, apparently nobody else has this problem but me, right? So 808, we want to use a normal one shot. We want to use it in mono so it doesn't get all wobbly bobbly on us, okay? And say I want to program it, and I want to run a nice I want to run a nice little pattern, right? Nothing crazy, regular 808 pattern. Whoa! Solo this. You hear that? You hear that? Maybe you don't hear it. I'll print it so you can see it. What in the fuck is this, bro? What is this? Why is the 808 cutting off before the next note? Why is that happening? And it's happening It's not just like a little, like, dude, it's almost a 32 note. It's almost a 32 note before each fucking 808 hits, right? It's trash. Don't want it to sound like that. That's not how it's supposed to work. So I use machine because when I program that pattern with machine, I get this. That's how it's supposed to look. That's how it's supposed to sound. When you program a one shot with one voice in mono, it stops when the next one starts. Not before it. It stops when the next sample hits. And that's why I can't use sample 1, because it's unusable. I like sample 1. I was really excited about. No, bro. Oh my god. You guys are gonna fucking drive me crazy, dude. No, it's not ducked by the sidechain. 1, because there's no kick playing, man. 2, the sidechain occurs when kicks are playing, right? So that would be here. And my sidechain doesn't duck it all the way the fuck down to 0, bruh. Also, I don't have any sidechains sent to this. I do have sidechains sent to the machine side. And when we print that, wait, is that machine? Oh no, that's fucking sample 1. Trust me, I've had every fucking genius try to sell me that, try to sell me on the idea that the motherfucking Studio One GOAT, because you guys know I'm the fucking GOAT, doesn't know how to use goddamn sample 1. I've had everybody try to tell me that I'm using it wrong. You know, this is how it's supposed to look and sound. So it's an issue with sample 1. I talked to the I was in direct contact with somebody who works at Presonus, and they could not replicate, or they claim that they can't replicate it on their system, so it doesn't exist. It's only apparently this is only a problem with my copy of Studio One, right? The sample 1 only works like that on my Studio One. It's not a problem for anybody else. Just like the CPU was only a problem on my copy of Studio One. And then they made the green Z. Another sampler for drums. Yeah. Oh, okay. Bringing in the big guns. Bringing up the big guns from the north. All right. Yeah, battery. North. All right. Yeah, batteries dope. Batteries dope, but yeah. Because I would really like to use sample 1. It's what I used in Studio One 3 and Studio One 2 for all my stuff. And when they actually do make that big boy, because they're gonna do it. They're gonna make a big boy controller. They're gonna do it. They're a hardware company. They have to. They ain't slow. But you know, like that's the only thing. Like when they start coming out with these cool controllers, I would like to be able to use them, you know. I would love to be able to use them with the type of drums that I do, man. So y'all keep it simple, do not be basic, and he said too much routing for just a sample. Yeah, I mean, but once you get the template going, it's all good, man. But yeah, y'all keep it simple, don't be basic, and we'll see you on the next one, man. Appreciate you guys watching.